So, what do you do, Atherley?
You know I'm a guard. Why are you asking?
I mean in your duty hours, for fun. Good.
These are my off-duty hours.
And the trend of you skipping the prison continues. Good day to you. So I'm just saying, blood's blood and all, but you are. It's only fair if you make something of a...
You sold my children into servitude.
Maybe just...
We found... Grandfather left everything to Mother and us. I guess he had some sense after all. See for yourself.
We have a home, Mother.
They forgave me. Gamlen, how could you?
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so...
It is!
You didn't even come home for the...
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
You'll spend the rest of your life paying my...
Andraste's ass...
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get... You've got to be someone in this city to live in...
Then I had better get...
Varric, do you do and...
More mages. You talk. I'm going to ask the guards about...
I know your face. I am Tobias. You and that man are both... I remember your father. Malcolm was a good man.
I found a letter you sent. About a friend of his...
Ah, the Templar. Your father could not write to him directly.
The Temp...
He allowed your father to leave Kirkwall. Rule is not served by caging the best of us. A wise man.
Not what I would expect from a...
There was a time when the rules of the Order could be interpreted. I will send the letters I held. It seems fitting that they return to family. Such a friendship. Few like your father remain. Even fewer like the Templar. Rest well at the Maker's side, Sir Morivar Carver.
Thinking of life in Hightown?
We're still a long way from cowing Templars with our titles, brother.
Is there something you would do differently, brother?
It's not up to me. We're on pace to recover an old name for an old woman. And when we're done, I don't know, I guess we'll sit around thinking about how great we used to be. Mother didn't even want that life back until we got dumped here. And you only care because we're under Templar scrutiny.
Very well, Carl.
I'd look forward. Make something new. And if I had to go backward, I'm not looking for ancient names.
We can't just...
We wouldn't need to if you'd done it right. Lothering was our home, not this place. You could have stopped that ogre from killing Bethany.
You own as much of that.
I never claimed to be...
Neither did I, but someone had to save your ass. All right.
Brother, I feel... I don't know. It's like Mother taking everything out. I don't have a place in the life she is trying to... I'm here if you need me.
Here, I got you something.
Why?
We ended on a tense note last time.
These are by Father. Are you sure they aren't meant for you? I bet. For your service that cannot be admitted, I ask that you accept this trinket and know... Thank you, Conscience of the Order, Sir Carver.
The Templar who allowed Father to leave Kirkwall.
A Templar? Have we met a Templar who isn't a colossal prig?
Father must have felt he would...
A man who let him look ahead. And a name that would always mean... skill, thought...
Seems like he thought it held some...
Not a link back, but how to go forward. That's what I was... I... don't know what to say. Except...
When I told your grandmother I was marrying your father, she threatened to disown me. She said my children would be mongrels. My father wanted to lock me in, but she told him it's her life, let her ruin it. I wrote to her when each of you were born. She never wrote back. I'm glad she didn't die hating me.
Grandmother didn't want you to leave. She tried holding on to you the only way she knew.
She would have been so proud of you. You're everything she wanted in an... She might have had a hard time accepting it at first. Oh, Bethany. She was such a sweet little girl. Never cried.
She was so young to...
I just keep thinking there's something we could have done. I remember that awful creature reaching 18 years of loving and feeding and raising and... That was it.
Blame the Darks.
The dark spawn would have been happy with any prey. It was my fault, it was... There were 4 of us when the Blight began. It will never be over while there are just... I've written to the Viscount. I've an audience for after Bartrand. I couldn't do anything for Bethany. But with luck...
There might be some stragglers before the main group. Nothing we can't handle.
Go down! What a waste!
Stop praying, fool!
Have at you! Nicely done.
See that? Down!
Come here, you bastard! Let's do this!
We're close to the ambush, Hawk. Be ready.
Bianca, baby, introduce yourself! Oh, please, Bianca can handle herself!
You got us through that one. Good start.
Well equipped for bandits, but dead is dead and the road is clear. Captain Jevon needs to know of this. Back to the barracks for your just reward.
Someone's left a surprise here for us. We're good to go.
Now that's just rude. What are they trying to do? Ruin my goods?
Here you're having problems with the bone pit. I can help.
Ah, finally someone comes to help me. I had to suspend operations. My workers are lost in the mine. I sent others before, but no word. Perhaps they are putting me off. I need someone competent to figure out what it...
I'll head there.
The sooner the better. Each day the mine is not right. The bone pit is just outside the city.
Maybe I should put you to use, Varric. Have you penned some warnings for the lawless?
Who's that for? Are most criminals big readers? Seems like pacifying the...
Pictures, then. It was just a suggestion.
How about a giant sign that just says don't? You could hit people with it.
Thank you.
You there, Ferelden.
I've heard you have dealings with certain elements in the city. You can get things done on the sly, as they say.
Is there some...
I am a magistrate in this city, and as such, I wish to hire you for a small... A man I sentenced to a life in prison has escaped custody. He's been...
A request that should have been made of the guard.
Is there anything else I need to know?
There is something, yes. There are creatures in the ruins. The guards I sent are ill-equipped to deal with such beasts.
I'll take...
Bring the fugitive in alive. Not only will you be well paid, you'll have the gratitude of a city magistrate.
Good luck getting here. I've been working all day.
Not much room in the barracks, but there's nowhere I'd rather be. There's Jevon's office. Wait.
I don't know how they do it where you're from, guardswoman, but I decide the patrols. You may have been put up for lieutenant in your first year, but I'll have no show-offs in my command. Report to your post before I have you and your...
A lot of yelling.
We killed a band of highwaymen. What does it matter who's patrol? It's not the first time he's made me wonder like this. Something is very wrong.
So let's find out whose toes you actually
Then we should check the duty roster and see who was supposed to take... What have I stepped in? Threaten my friends. Not letting that one go, Captain.
Hope the day is treating you well, Sarah.
Aveline! I owe you for clearing that ambush the other night. Say...
Brennan, that route...
It was. Single patrol. I'd have been dead for sure.
So there was nothing unusual about it at all?
It had been clear for weeks. It didn't get unusual until after we heard about you and Aveline. The captain reassigned me after he heard what you did, and I passed the satchel to Donnick for his patrol tonight.
The satchel?
Pay and order assignments. Captain has us run deliveries to the outposts during light duty. It's usually just an updated copy of the roster. The satchel for that night was heavy, though. Anyway, thanks again, Aveline. You're a good one.
So the satchel gets heavy the same day we discover an ambush?
A messy way to pass information. And Brennan already...
Another guard is walking into the same trap. Brennan said Donnick. A good man. Donnick. A night walk in Lowtown. Let's go make sure his quiet patrol...